Hello friends. For a whole month, an eagle has been standing guard by the windows of the hospital. Over time, people understood the reason. There are plenty of examples of true animal loyalty in the world. They, like humans, know how to love, care, and worry. Whether it's a pack of wolves or swans, emperor penguins, or even gibbons. After all, by their nature, these animals remain loyal to their mates until the end of their lives. But today, our story is not about them, but about the freest bird, the eagle. One December morning, the staff of the Kobekvid Wildlife Rehabilitation Center in Canada had a very unusual encounter in their yard. The center's employees discovered a female bald eagle in their yard. She lay on the ground, completely powerless. Her wings were spread, and her breathing was irregular. She couldn't even lift her head. It was amazing how she ended up here in the first place, because the rehabilitation center is far from their habitat, and the female eagle couldn't have flown here on her own. The eagle was a large bald eagle, so they appropriately named her Berdzilla, and soon the beauty Berdzilla became everyone's favorite. Soon, veterinarians discovered the cause of the bird's illness: sleep poisoning. Most likely, the eagle consumed animals that lived on a military range, and it's not surprising that they could have fragments of ammunition inside them. After the diagnosis, the staff began treatment. Every day, the eagle felt better and gradually began to show aggression. This meant that the bird wanted to live and absolutely be free. Anger is a good sign because it is the natural behavior of birds of prey. The desire to be free grew almost every minute. But the most amazing thing in this story began to happen several days after the beauty arrived at the center. The staff began to notice a large bald eagle constantly circling over the center's territory. Initially, veterinarians didn't pay much attention, thinking it could be anyone. But after a few days, they began to suspect. The strong and brave eagle circled the hospital during the day, occasionally flying over the horizon in search of food, returning to drop it on the snow. And in the evening, he perched on a tree branch opposite the central entrance, staring at the building all night. After all, that's where they took Berdzilla. It's hard to believe, but this continued day after day for a whole month. It was evident that the male missed her terribly. He tried his best to obtain food for his beloved and stood guard in the yard day and night. Even experienced veterinarians were amazed at such loyalty, as it resembled human relationships from the outside. Meanwhile, the treatment was going well, and after a few weeks, the feathered guest fully recovered, and finally, her wish was granted. The veterinarians took the cage outside and released her into the wild. The beauty didn't wait for a special invitation, nor did she plan to pose for a photo with the staff as a memory. With the speed of the wind, she took off. She circled above the rehabilitation center until she saw him, and he appeared as if out of nowhere. They whirled in a dance under the sky, flapping their wings as if greeting and embracing after a long separation. The meeting lasted a few more minutes, and then the pair sat on a branch and began to scream loudly, as if conversing about something. Their conversation was so emotional that it couldn't help but attract the attention of passersby. And, circling the center once again, they flew away together, gradually disappearing beyond the horizon. The center staff couldn't contain their emotions, admiring this scene. Well, this story shows what true loyalty and love really mean, and sometimes there's something for people to learn. Friends, that's all for today. Right, did you like this story? Until soon.